I'm most excited for when I go and graduate is to move on to college and be independent, and I'm also really excited to meet brand new people.
I'm excited to go to college, and I want to do that because I want to be independent and I also want to meet new people.
I really don't know, but I have a lot of interests. Music, art, sports, and after graduation, I'm just excited about all the extra time I'm going to have.
I'm just ready to get out there and see what the world has for me.
I'm most excited for the summer and spending time with my friends and getting ready to go off to college.
I'm excited for going to college and be on my own, independent and stuff like that.
I'm excited to go to college and live a more independent life.
Attend grad parties if there are any.
Probably getting stuff from my dorm.
Cool.
I think the most exciting thing I want to do is I actually want to go out and travel the world.
The thing I want to do most when I graduate, probably, go to college, start the next step of my life.
Probably study what I want to study and be independent and make new friends.
Somebody that inspires me. Off the top of my head, a musical inspiration that I love is Juice WRLD. I think the way he is able to freestyle and be so melodic.
Jesus Christ, and he's an inspiration to me because he's the ideal role model. He's strong, humble, confident.
There are a lot of people who inspire me, starting with the African ancestors, pre-colonization, along with post. This guy right here on my shirt, Tupac, and Juice WRLD. Last but not least, and very most importantly, my friend Deshaun, who was shot in the 8th grade. I have a tattoo of him right here. And he inspires me because his life was taken so early. And I saw all the potential he had to become something great. And that inspires me because I'm here and he isn't. And who am I to waste my time that I have here when his was taken away from him?
My mom's the most inspirational person to me. She's just so strong-willed, and I've seen her at the worst, but she just always pushes through.
My mother is an inspiration to me because she motivates me to do better.
The guy cutting my hair right here.
My mother is my biggest inspiration. She's been through a lot throughout her life, and yet no matter what life throws at her, she continues to get back up.
My parents, because they always stand up for themselves and what they believe in.
Probably my parents because they always inspire me to do my best.
I really look at my brothers for inspiring me because they always been a good role model for me, and I always want to follow in their footsteps.
I would say my mom.
Taylor Swift and Katy Perry because they're very inspirational women and they're very successful in what they do and they inspire and help a lot of people.
My most memorable experience at FAME would have to be my first summer at FAME. Before you become a FAME scholar, you're a part of the academy. And in my first year, we had probably the largest number of students in the academy that I'd ever seen. We were playing the largest kickball game in the middle of Shadyside Middle School field. It was hilarious.
My favorite FAME experience is just working at Center of Life Summer Camp through FAME. Well, to start off, Center of Life is a summer camp. That was my favorite experiences because it really ignited the passion for me to help others.
The college tour from Florida all the way back up to PA. And we did some community service down there in Alabama and New Orleans. And that is my favorite experience because it expanded my mind to something that was more than what I'm used to seeing every day.
My favorite FAME experience is probably an event we just had over the spring. We were down on the south side at the sports complex. It was just so powerful. The people that were there were really just speaking to me, and I even told Mr. Wiley personally that I just really wanted to thank him for adding that extra event.
My favorite FAME experience is when we would go to the NSBE conventions because I would see a lot of Black people and successful people who have done amazing things and pushed themselves and made these amazing lifestyles out of this one conference.
Probably like the internship at Bayer, because that was like really fun, really interesting.
NSBE. When I was a part of NSBE, I was on a math counts team, and it gave me the opportunity to travel and share my math skills with other people.
Going on the FAME service trip because I enjoyed doing all of the service work, going on college tours, seeing the museums, and exploring the cities with my friends.
My favorite FAME experience would probably have to be attending all those college tours and leadership trips.
I like the leadership trips and college visits.
My favorite FAME experiences would have to be the FAME trips because not only do I get to hang out with my friends in another state, I get to learn a lot of new things like community service and even got to visit potential colleges.
I'm passionate about helping others, and like I said before, that's really where I started working at that summer camp.
I'm passionate about music, I'm passionate about sports, and definitely debating about sports. Yeah, Kiski dude. But mostly I'm passionate about unlocking the potential that we have as a people.
Life, I just feel like I have so much going for me.
I became passionate last year and this year more with social justice issues.
I am passionate about equal rights movements, March for Our Lives, and the Black Lives Matter movement.
Equality, justice, food, musicals, poetry.
One thing that I'm really passionate about is going out and doing hands-on work and being able to like see things visually and help the community.
I think I'm passionate about basketball, just excelling in.
I'm passionate about computer science and using it to help the world and find creative solutions to problems.
My biggest accomplishment would probably have to be getting into Spelman. It has been my dream school since 7th grade.
I would say my biggest accomplishment is getting into 2 very good HBCUs. In my family, there isn't a very good history of us in college. I mean, I don't know anybody in my family that finished college. So getting into these colleges means to me that I'm going to be a part of the reason why the narrative of my family has changed.
Just being the best son and brother that I can.
I feel that my biggest accomplishment would be my freshman year whenever I won a gold key award for my ceramic space.
Well, being able to participate in like the FAME program as a whole, that's been a pretty great accomplishment for me.
Getting into college and committing to college.
Probably winning the CMU MLK Day Writing Awards and being featured on Pittsburgh Today Live and getting able to read my poem.
I feel like my biggest accomplishment is being able to dictate what decisions my schools make and how they run the school.
Being able to be where I am today, being able to say I got everything that I've done that's happened to me, I did it, and I did it. So that's probably the thing I feel like is the biggest accomplishment to me.
My biggest accomplishment is probably getting into college on a full ride to Penn State. Woohoo!
My first college choice would have to be Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, because of the atmosphere that it provides for its students.
The University of Pittsburgh is my first college choice, and I love the University of Pittsburgh because of its setting, first of all, because it's really like, in my opinion, like kind of close to the city, really gets you like everything you could think of in the city.
What's my first choice between these colleges? I don't know. I have to decide very soon though.
My first college choice is Hampton University because I feel like the teachers really care about their students and want them to succeed, and they made me I'm interested in doing engineering, and it seems like a good school.
Right now, I'd say my first college choice is RIT because they're far enough away from home that I'm independent, but close enough to visit.
My first college choice is Allegheny College in Meadville, Pennsylvania. At the beginning of the school year, I met with an admissions representative from there, and he presented the school to me as a very welcoming and open and supportive community, and that's something that I've always wanted to be a part of.
Cheney University, and because they have everything that my family and I are looking for.
Probably Hobart and William Smith College because it's in New York and they have a great theater program, and a great screenwriting program.
My first college choice is Valparaiso, and the reason why I'm picking Valparaiso is because it seems like an environment where I can grow and succeed in life.
My first college choice is not CalU.
My college choice, I chose Penn State because the program that I got into there seems to really support minorities in STEM and want them to have a bright future.